Hey guys, Martin here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be taking a look at the new TEQ BUUHAN in the Janemba event. Obviously still considered to be one of the toughest events in the game, at least for the global side, right, where we don't have Goku and Frieza to throw into the equation. Let's see, we've got a friend who is Rainbow, not quite full level 10 links. Let's see. Do I want to put him in slot 1? I'm kind of intrigued to see how well he would do, to be fair. In fact, what are we doing? Let's put you there. Big Bad Bosses. So 363k. So we'll go ahead and do this. Grab the int orbs for Fat Boo. Fat Boo dies at the end of the turn. It's obviously not a big deal. So we take the normals for double-digit damage. Okay. And then we're going to get our super off here. 9.5. for turn 1 here with the links with Janemba and no support. Pretty good. And then, yeah, double digits even from the increased, slightly increased, only from taking 1 attack, but slightly increased attack power from Janemba. Physical Janemba, obviously good. Doesn't have to take any hits this turn. I wonder if how Int Boo is going to do at the end here. I mean, considering he didn't super at the beginning, does leave a fairly high likelihood that he's going to super attack Fat Boo at the end, which is not ideal, but obviously if he dies we just revive, so it's not the end of the world. And of course with this team we have a lot of healing, so if he does take a big hit but we don't die, that's still not necessarily the end of the world here either. So 6.1 for the extra super. The more supers we get the better, obviously the more stacks, although of course double-edged sword because we're hitting Janemba more, powering him up more, but not critting, not really doing any damage. 90k from normals, okay. So, oh, the other Buuhan was in slot 7. Well, that's awkward. Alright, well, in that case we have to rely on... Yeah, he didn't super straight away either, which means he's... Well, he didn't super in that turn, did he? Which means he's almost certainly going to super on this turn. Which is definitely not great for us here, but... Yeah, he's going to immediately super in slot 1. Great. So, physical Boo Tanks dies to this, right? Yeah, 1,000,000 damage. Okay. Well, as we do with these Janemba videos, I don't normally... when it's the longer events, I'll cut and like come back to where we got to, but when it's the Janemba event, I don't really see the need to do that. We just keep rolling and jump back in. Is it going to be the same guest friend? I didn't actually check because I've been link leveling my Buuhan, but yeah, he's not fully link leveled yet. So
let's do this.
See how we get on. Mine obviously is 55%. No, but what is it? What are these turns? That's the only good thing about doing the cuts right in between the runs is the number of times you get the terrible starting rotation turns. I mean, both of these guys would potentially be fine as long as they're not getting immediately supered in slot 1. And obviously Mr. Boo, the orb changing. Mr. Boo can still be very useful. Yes, 179k from a normal with the guard, like before he supers, is definitely a lot for the physical Boo Tanks. He's definitely in a position on this team where he very much wants to be attacking in any sort of difficult content. He wants to be attacking first before he's getting these hits. 5.1. Keep building up though, that's what we want. And then there's the dodge, of course. Couldn't get the dodge, double dodge. Couldn't get that against the attack in slot 1, of course. But post super, when we've got considerably higher defense, then we'll get the double dodge. And then, yeah, Tech Exchange Boo tanking fairly nicely. And then Mr. Boo. Not really here for the damage, just the orb changing. And the defense is what he's here for. So, okay. I guess we do put the friend in slot 1. I'm going to assume it is the same friend here. Looks like the same kind of link levels. Although it will be very interesting to see how much damage my Buuhan is going to take in slot 3. Considering that we could get quite a few attacks off in this turn and build him up a decent amount. We've got no STR units on the team, so we're not giving him the like mega buff from getting hit by an STR unit. But Janemba should get a couple of attacks off. But yeah, Buuhan seems like a very good and very fun unit. The 55% showcase, I was definitely impressed overall with him. I think the first couple of turns where he's just Buuhan are probably where he's at the weakest. Now, you could always go for the strategy in a shorter event like this. Maybe we should rethink the team build, I guess, depending on how this run goes. But in a shorter event like this, you probably do get a lot of benefit out of using the Super Buu and like Domain as soon as possible. So if you were to build the team in such a way that, because I think everyone on this team build is power absorption except for Janemba. So like say for example on the first turn, if we have Buuhan and then just the other Boos, we have a full power absorption rotation. He can just use his active skill straight away, become Super Buu, be very, very tanky, and then get like a whole bunch of stacks, and then transform back into Buuhan. We've basically not used him as Buuhan a single time, but he's already gotten those stacks on his attack, and so then he's going to hit like super, super hard for the like the duration of the fight, right? So maybe that is probably a good strategy for the shorter events like Janemba, but we'll see how we get on. We should be okay this turn as long as Int Buu is the one that would take a super. If Tech Exchange Buu gets supered at the end of the turn, I think we might actually just die. But really? Is he actually just going to super Exchange Buu? And that's the biggest problem with Fat Buu on events where he can take a decent chunk of damage, but then he doesn't die. Took all of those hits. We've lost all of this HP because we're on full health at the start of the turn, right? We lost all of this health in one turn from Int Buu getting hit, but he's not the one that's going to have to take like the final hit of the turn here. And if this is a super, then Tech Exchange Buu will die, because of course it is. No dodge. Still, and to be fair, it's only 1 million for Exchange Buu after Janemba had been hit all of those times and gotten all those buffs for the turn. That's still not too bad, but that's the thing. And I really don't want to take Janemba off the team, because ideally we don't get the double Buuhan starting rotation.
All right, let's do this.
And then that would allow us to actually transform. Yeah, see now, on turn 2, we can transform that other Buuhan straight away. Okay, yeah, this is a decent turn. Alright, so we'll do this. We've got the friend Buuhan here. So we'll do that. And then we'll grab the orbs for you. I'm not sure how well Mr. Buu tanks a super from Janemba though, to be fair. I can't say I've used him in this event properly before. So that'd be interesting to see. Friend Buuhan with the dodge. And then 12 mil to start for Janemba. That's the thing, is like you don't want to, I feel like you don't want to lose Janemba off of the team just for the sake of having that full power absorption rotation, because Janemba is so good. And provides so much. Like he does so much damage. He does like really good attack stats, does so much damage, but is also really, really strong defensively. If the enemy does a Key Blast super, he has that certain amount of chance that he's just not going to take any damage at all, let alone even double digits, because he just negates it. Has really good link set with Buuhan, so it's one of those things like him not being on power absorption is a bit of a negative for the team, or at least for Buuhan specifically, but it's like you don't want to take him off the team. Right. Alright, so now we should be able to, yeah, we can use this straight away. So I'm going to do that. He didn't super, did he, in the first turn, so he's probably going to super fairly quickly. But we can go ahead and get the domain up with you here straight away. Change these orbs. We can only get 5 tech orbs though, which is annoying, so we can't get the 2 guaranteed extra supers, but we can get those. We've got, what, 5 orbs, so he's getting an extra, like, 400% defense. Oh no, it was 5 tech orbs, but we had a couple of rainbow orbs. So then he drops an 8.8, and this is the thing. This is where he's then going to get this big advantage, because while he's in the Super Buu form, he's essentially invincible, stacking attack, and then we go back to Buuhan, and then Buuhan's able to hit some pretty good numbers. So I think in the shorter event like this, I don't think there's any real reason not to just use it straight away. Because then it just means when Buuhan transforms back, like, then he's just better. So, of course, typically he didn't Super Buu. So, I mean, Janemba, even for some of the top tier teams in the game, Janemba can often come down to, on certain rotations, it's like, well, I'm perfectly fine here as long as he doesn't super this guy. And then he does, and then you get killed. Whereas, like, if he doesn't, everyone else, like, is tanking normals for double-digit damage. There's units on the rotation, whether it's just 1 or 2, that will tank a super, but then he always just supers the wrong one. Like him supering Buuhan here. He's just dead again. Yeah, 1.5 million damage, damn. Whew. So it's tough out here in these streets for the Buuhan team. I still think this is one of the better builds for the team, though. Like we're not going to be running AGL Super Buu. Now, obviously, with his leader skill, having the transformation boost and then uncontrollable power, you can very much mix and match his team and start bringing some like Broly units and stuff like that. But that's not something that I wanted to do for this run. I mean, it'd be kind of funny. You could just throw TEQ Broly on the team and have TEQ Broly there just being a tank. But let's see how well Janemba can do here. Let's do that. Because yeah, we've got double Buuhan again, which is another example of like the starting rotations really just screwing us over. Double TEQ Buuhan on the next turn. It's not what we want. I remember getting his attacks off here. Nice. He didn't super though. He's a saving. The number of times I tried this event, like when this stage first came out, the number of times I did this event and tried to use some of the other like teams, and the number of times he would slot one super, and now we're getting into these situations where he's like saving up the super or just not. 300 and wait, what? Bruh. Alright, maybe we don't use Mr. Buu. Sheesh. But this is the problem, is you do want this full rotation of power absorption characters to get the transformation with Buuhan straight away, in this event in particular, I think. So if we take you off, who can we even put on for like power absorption who would be good in this event? Because this Super 17 is a bit of a no-go. Don't really want to bring STR characters anyway. Interestingly, Fu is on power absorption. Because, of course, Dogi Dogi absorbed. What's his other thing? Artificial life forms, uncontrollable power. Now, unfortunately, he's not on either of those. So, it's a no-go for that one. I guess we could use you. See how well the banner unit Evil Buu does, I guess. Don't tell me we've lost the Buuhan friend. It was a guest. Yeah, there we go. What are my friends looking like here? Toon's got a 90% Buuhan, of course. So let's try that out here. Mostly fully link leveled. Alright, so we should have... So we've got the full power absorption turn 1. Janemba's in slot 7. That actually works out quite well, I think. So... But yeah, the problem, I think, is Buuhan. Or Buu tanks, I guess. He can be really good in a longer fight, and once he starts building up, and of course, obviously, once he transforms actually into Buuhan. But here, he certainly has been a bit of a liability. Like, if he eats the super, he takes a lot of damage. So, but let's see. I would kind of like to see the Super Buu take a super here, to be honest. We've got quite a lot of orbs, and especially considering this is my one at 55%, I very much would like to see him take a super here. Because we've got enough orbs to get all the supers for the turn. That face. Getting the massively raised attack. Okay, here we go. So how much does he take? 55% Super Buu. 713. So, I mean, we die, but I guess for 55%, and that's with no big bad bosses because no one else on the rotation had it. So, I mean, with big bad bosses active, and then do we live that? I think we might. And then everybody else on the turn, like tanks normals for double-digit damage. The Buu team has tons of healing. So I feel like that works quite nicely if that is the case. Rip for Toon's Buuhan as well, who just instantly didn't even get to be used because he was on the second rotation. Alright, so we've got another scenario where we can transform straight away. Is this the friend one this time? No. So, I mean, the problem is, though, like, we know what's going on now. We know the score here. Like, if we transform... Oh, we can't even actually get the TEQ orbs, though. Bit of yikes. It has to be TEQ orbs as well, doesn't it? Oh, no. That's alright, then. I was going to say that would be really awkward if it was it had to be TEQ orbs, but I mean the thing is, like I say, we already know the score here. Like if we get supered on Super Buu, we will die. Even though I would honestly say that 55%, like 770k is actually pretty good, like damage from to take against Janemba. But obviously it's not good enough because we die. But as the thing is, like, if you have Kid Buu on the team, Kid Buu has big bad bosses and provides a lot of support, but Kid Buu's not a power absorption character, which means you then can't get the turn 1 transformation if you're running Kid Buu here as well. So that's awkward. It is a shame. I get why, because he does so much, right? But it's a shame he doesn't raise defense on Super. Having that defense raise on Super during the Super Buu phase, I think would just... I mean, it would make him insane, right? Because his transformation with the domain is almost like a standby, except he gets to attack. Like, he's strong enough defensively for the most part. But he gets to attack as well. So, I think if he was raising defense on Super, as well as everything else that he does, I think it would just be too good. Not that he's not, like, super good. He's probably... I still need a bit more time, like, play testing around with him, but in terms of, like, the TEQ BUUHAN himself, he might just be the new best TUR, like, considering everything that he can do. And at 55%, that's one thing, but once you start getting the dupes and you have, like, additional, I mean, I don't know what his best build is going to be. I assume additionals are probably one of the big ones, but then dodge, I guess, is the secondary, because I think he does have crit, yeah, he does have crit chance built in. Right, so I'll do this. I've got a full TEQ rotation here. I'm not sure how well Evil Buu is going to do against like a fully built up Janemba as well. This is one of the big things that I've talked about quite a lot when we do these like versus Janemba. Damn, the friend's at 12 million before getting like any of the buffs from the Super Buu form. That's just from the domain and like the links and everything. How much does he take this for here? 853. So yeah, this is the big thing. Like Buuhan, as good as he is, like overall, when he's in the Buuhan form, he's definitely not like a super strong defensive character. Super Buu is, but at the same time, we saw can still be a liability for taking these big supers. I mean, Janemba very much is an outlier. Like, I try not to rate teams and like builds entirely around like how good are they versus Janemba, because obviously he's a different kind, a different breed of event, shall we say. He is certainly a tough cookie, but it is interesting to see the numbers. It's interesting to see how we're tanking, or like what sort of damage we're doing. But yeah, Buuhan, especially at the very start, not a crazy unit defensively, I would say. But we'll have this last attempt here and see how we get on. Janemba immediately supering. Dodge, maybe? 545k. I mean, considering some of the other numbers that we've seen in this run alone, I guess that's not terrible, but still a lot of damage. So get these attacks off here. 13.7 on the extra additional. Okay. So I mean, Buuhan after supering. Problem is, we lost so much health during the turn that means he gets way less of a defense buff, like when he gets hit. So he's getting the buff from the fact that he supered. No, he still took double-digit damage though. That's pretty good, because considering the number of times Janemba attacked, like the number of buffs that the enemy Janemba had for this turn. And then, yeah, because obviously Buuhan gets extra defense when he takes the first hit, but it's based on how much HP you have. So when you're on low HP, you're not going to get anywhere near as much. And he still tanked the normal for double-digit damage. So that is very good. So we'll do this. The other problem as well with this setup is that my TEQ Broly is only 55%. And TEQ Broly, very, very good defensive unit, but at 55%, I was just going to say, if he eats the super from Janemba, this still does damage. I say, 48k. Maybe I was just on... What run am I thinking? I swear I've used him on a team. Was it his own team? I swear I've used him on a team where he got supered, like, immediately and took, like, 300k. Maybe he got supered not in slot 1 after some attacks had already gone off, but I wasn't expecting him to tank quite that well. So that's good. I mean, we take those. Take the small W's where we can. Especially in this event and how crazy it can be. Okay. I mean, it's going alright so far for this run. Okay, so let's just grab one of those for you. Grab those. And grab these. We're not on full health, which is a bit of a danger, but good rotation. 24 million for Janemba. But again, this is the problem, unfortunately, with Janemba, is that we can't get the transformation on the turn that he's on. And obviously, now that we've thrown Broly on the team, we can't get the transformation early on the turn that he's on. So we're just going to have to wait until turn 5, which is a bit tough, especially for this fight. Friend, additional 12 mil. Okay, good. Janemba's not, seemingly in this run, Janemba not supering as much. I mean, even in the video so far, like in some of the runs, of the number of turns we've had where he actually hasn't supered is kind of crazy. And in fact, what we could do here, we could kind of get a jump start to get to turn 5 to get the Super Boo transformation with the friend. Because if I go ahead and put... I feel like he's gonna super in slot 1 now, right? So if I put Int Boo in slot 1... I probably didn't need to do that in case we... Well, I suppose if we did survive the turn, I'd actually need it to be active, wouldn't I? So, so let's do this. Do this. Just random Broly on the team. So, hello. Shocking speed and fierce battle. Here I am at the end. But yeah, I have a feeling, like, yeah, I was going to say, I have a feeling he's going to super right at the start, which we know Buuhan won't be able to tank. But if we put Fat Boo there, will get killed, and then Fat Boo will revive. Now we go into the next turn, we're on turn 5, that means the other Buuhan can now use the Super Boo transformation. And then when we get back onto this turn, we'll have the active skill for Int Boo. So, could actually get it done here, depending how this next turn plays out. So, wait, is it turn 6? Oh, it's damn it, I thought it was turn 5. Well, rip. At least we can transform you now, but I mean, we could still get a good showing here. We've got Janemba in slot 1. I'll grab these for you. Grab these for you. So, I mean, we've still got a solid turn here, but I'm not sure what Janemba's cooldown is as well for his super attack. Because if he supers as the very first attack of the turn, then I'm pretty sure he can still super on the next turn. But we'll see. Friend Buuhan linked up with the other Buuhan, 11.6. Not too bad. What's the crit? I only got the 1 super though. Oh, don't super Buuhan. It was going so well. Don't super Buuhan. 14.3. Well, he does get an action break though, so how many attacks were there at the end? Oh, there was only the 1. So if that attack was going to be the super, it's now gone. Okay. Oh yeah, we can get the W here, right? Because we do this. It's not going to do much damage, but we do this. Get the Ghost Usher ability. Then we grab these. Then we grab these. I'll transform you into Super Boo. Activate the domain. The orb change, although unfortunately I don't think we're going to get a great setup of orbs here. We can do that. So that's good enough. And then transform you into Super Boo. So we've got pretty good link setup here. I mean, I think this should be GG, right? Because, I mean, he can't attack us. Fat Boo's obviously not going to do a lot. Although, I mean, he's got an 11 million attack stat here. But, I mean, if he's not critting, he's not really going to do anything. But I think with the double TEQ Super Boo here, like, that's a lot of damage between the two of them. Especially with the domain buff as well. So this could be the run here. And all it took was throwing Broly on the team. So for one turn, we could have him tank a super in slot 1, apparently. That's all we needed. But yeah, Buuhan, definitely a good unit. Very fun. His team is cool. A lot of different options. Janemba, obviously one of those events that is just in its own realm of, not necessarily difficulty, but just with the type of event it is. It's a different kind of difficulty, I guess you would say. But obviously Super Boo going to get the triple supers off here, at least. Because I think, is this my one or the friend one? Because mine does have some additional, yeah. Mine has a level 5 silver additional equip. So we got 7 orbs, so he's going to get 3 supers anyway. And then we have the potential to get the extra one. Up to 12.1 here. At 55%. Definitely very strong. We don't get the additional 22 million from TEQ Super Boo. Imagine if this isn't enough and then he just supers me in slot 1 on the next turn. It's going to be close. 24.8. I mean, if he crits, this kills him. But nice. Well, there you go. So we managed to beat the Janemba event with the TEQ Boo team. And considering, like I say, my Boo is 55%, my Broly is 55%. So pretty good showing. I think my Int Fat Boo is like 79%. He did his job. You know, he ate that slot 1 super, got the revive, then used the Ghost Usher ability on the next turn. So there you go. That is the TEQ Buuhan team versus Janemba. Let me know what you guys think of Buuhan down below in the comment section. How would you build his team? Let me know all your thoughts down below. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.